right before I was like, all right, so you saw me where we're at that night out thing. I'm rushing home. And of course, what happens as soon as we brush our teeth, we get ready for bed. Dad, I have to poop.
Oh, gee.
Okay, awesome. So Cooper's like, I have to poop. So I go, okay, all right, go poop. And then all of a sudden I hear, Daddy. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Their bathroom does not have toilet paper. So I had to bring him toilet paper. He's like, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. All of a sudden I just hear as he's walking down the stairs, Dad, the the toilet won't flush.
Ooh.
It won't stop. It just keeps going. And I'm like,
Oh,
I just
no.
like kind of nudged him out of the way, went running up. The handle was like stuck up. So the plunger just never fell. So it was okay. I was able to save it because if it had been anything more than that, there's not a chance that I know how to fix a toilet. But
Yeah, there's
not a good chance.
if there's
I would just-
anyone who's worse than me at home, just taking
Yeah.
care of a home, who
Mhm.
probably shouldn't. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, like, I should not own a home. I'm just so horrible with just about everything.
Mhm.
And it was never in my scope when I was
Nope.
buying a home. Like, I bought a place with a bunch of landscaping.
Mhm.
Fuck landscaping. I cannot stand it. Like, just like, what are we doing here?
That's why you had me come over and try to help you with it.
Yeah, I got the two best people to
Yeah.
that
Was it me and
definitely know
Josh?
home. Yeah,
At
you,
different times,
me and
too?
Josh. Yeah, what a mess. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I get that poop call every once in a while.
Yeah.
And what's up, dude? Speaking of the poop call, there's my guy. We're live on air. You want to say hi to everybody?
What's up, Wally?
Ollie, my guy.
See J-Ro,
Hi, buddy.
Corey. How did Corey get there so fast on the
fast.
computer?
I gotta tell you, we fucked up. We fucked up by not, like, we had a townhouse. We had a townhouse back in the day. Like, when we lived in Connecticut, we had a townhouse, and I gotta tell you what, townhouse living is beautiful. You just don't do a fucking thing to your exterior, and it is lovely.
Yeah, I gotta say, townhouses seem like the way to go because you get the garage, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
want it, you can use it,
Yeah.
and then you get a couple of you. There are several levels. Sometimes you get even like a small basement area with that garage. Then there's the middle level with the living room, a
Mhm.
bathroom maybe, and the kitchen, and then upstairs you have, the bedroom and an office, a couple of bedrooms and an office. I mean,
It's great.
townhouse is the way to go, I think.
But some of the townhouses won't have that garage. I think if I did a townhouse, I'd have to have a garage.
Yeah.
Now,
We
having
had-
one now, I couldn't go without one.
We had a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,700 square foot townhouse with a finished basement, and a third of it was unfinished. It was
Sounds
a
perfect.
1-car garage. It was perfect. It was
Yeah.
wonderful.
We have a garage and we don't use it for cars,
Right.
just because
I mean,
we have like
yeah.
a raised ranch with a finished basement and the garage. So it's like we need somewhere to put shit. So
Knowing
that's
your
it.
driveway, I wouldn't like backing out of that garage either.
No, it's a weird thing. And we have like the oil tank is in there too. So they're like, this is weird. Like you don't want
Your
to,
oil tank is in your garage.
Mhm.
yeah, you don't want to like
That's-
back it. You don't want to back into that.
No.
Like you
that's
might want to
bad.
put like a pillar here so that just in case. I'm like, I'm just not going to use the garage for cars.
Corey, I heard you were at a friend of ours tonight.
I did run
Bert's
into it.
Beers.
Yes, I did. I did.
Oh, weird.
I've
You must have
Someone
heard.
else was there not much
Yeah.
before me.
Dustin, yeah, like I fucked up tonight, and one of you guys was like, "Yeah, I got out of here with $25 for a pack." And I was like, "Well, the beers I chose tonight, I'm gonna get out easy. I'm gonna be at $15." Yeah, my total was $150.
Yeah, mine was not 25. It was 29 for
15.
a 4-pack.
I didn't even look this time. I just give him my punch card, my credit card, and I don't look. Here you go.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't get a new punch card this time because
I
I
have
used
3
it
of them.
last time, which was huge. That
Okay,
I
yeah.
got 2 4-packs, and that's just when the 10% hit, and I was like,
Nice.
let's go.
No, we bought like 4 or 5 bottles of wine. I got a 4-pack. Then I saw the Down East orange creamsicle, and I was like, I just want one. And Amanda's like, get the 4-pack. I'm like, fine, okay.
We'll drink
So
it.
that's why I was a little late here. I was in the, I wanted to get a cold tub soak for my knee, and I was enjoying that. And I was like, fuck, I got to get out of here. It was lovely. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bring It. We got a night here tonight. We have no idea where this is going to go, but that's no different than any Tuesday night where we're just here. We're jumping on board, and we got our beverages, and we're just going to fucking roam the softball seas and talk all the shit we want. With that being said, D-Money with the fucking nice little tank top going tonight. Sun's out, guns out in the beautiful August
nice
weather. What's up? What you drinking?
Nah, tonight I got another. Is it RAR or is it RAR? I've been late.
I'm
to
an
the game on this.
RAR gay.
RAR.
An RAR gay.
RAR.
RAR.
I thought you said RAR gate.
Oh, I
Like
said
they're-
gay.
they've
Yeah,
been going
guy.
on with it. Like, yeah, you know what they've got.
Meanwhile, I go with the RAR.
Yeah, it's a RAR. I got the out of order easy on the soda. This is the one with
Yep.
Fuller from Home Alone.
Oh, that's right. You were the one that took the last of them.
No, they had more of
There's
these.
some there.
Oh, I didn't see 'em.
So what I did was the last time they have 8 cans, so I got the remaining 4 that I didn't
Okay.
try this past weekend. As we know, these colors are all strange. Have you had the Storm, J-Ro?
I've had them all.
Okay, the gray one. The gray
Yeah,
one
yeah.
was very strange.
Yeah.
This one looks like antifreeze.
A bad oil change.
Yeah, this one I also looked at it. It was also canned on December 8th, I think it said, of 2022. This is
Okay.
not their best one that I've had.
Okay.
It's probably
Yeah.
the worst one that I've had from them.
I will tell you, get that Nana Cook Nectar IPA, the 12-pack he has in the coolers. That shit all day. It's like 7.2, so
Woo!
All day.
but I tell you what, it is fucking
All
it's
day.
that's what I was saying. I'm
drank
like
3 of those and I'm like, well, yeah.
but I'm like, this was what I drank when I was in Maryland. I drank that IPA whenever I went anywhere. It's so fucking good. Burt's Beers in Hooksett, New Hampshire. Coco, what's up, baby? What you drinking?
Hey, buddy. I'm also drinking.
Besides
raw.
being back at fucking work finally. Jesus Christ, how'd that feel today?
I'm giving myself the next 26 days off.
I was gonna say it's a day. But it's okay, it's a day. Let's be easy on the
okay.
back at work stuff.
It was a day with a 6-year-old also in tow.
Oh boy.
So this is I'm
Boy.
drinking the Storm and Gambit Raw. This is watermelon, berry, beignet, pastry.
Ben Gay?
Yes,
Yay.
beignet. Like I'm in the French Quarters. And strawberries, watermelon, beignets, pastry cream, and lactose. It's delicious. I'm going with only I think I'm afraid of the ones that I'm just staying away from. If they have marshmallow, I don't like marshmallow in my beer. I'm just not going to have it.
See, I feel like the marshmallow is usually just like a sweetener. It's not really like you never get like a huge marshmallow taste outside of.
Like
Never
Barrel
mind.
Souls.
Sony has a whoopie pie, right? Isn't that kind of marshmallowy?
Yeah.
But it should
Yeah.
be. It's a whoopie pie. I get that.
I was actually just gonna explain an actual ice cream frap that I had.
Oh,
Ooh.
There was
hear it.
Fluffernutter. There was at that
Oh.
place, the place right up the road from Merrimack, Hayward's.
Okay. Yeah.
That
yeah.
place has outrageously good ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strawberry
But-
cheese.
Yeah,
cake
it's
wrap.
easy to get, confused with these
Yeah.
out of order beers because they are just like kind of like sour milkshakes.
Yeah. This one's very good.
J-Ro, what do you got?
Right now, I'm drinking a Heavy Real Brewing Company thick. Thick, baby. Thick pina colada. I don't know. I had some Mai Tais tonight. So I'm going on the low ABVs. So all my beers are 6% or higher. We're in for one tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm shocked though. You
I
hate
can't-
Mai Tais, I thought.
Yeah,
You
I
never
was
have
gonna-
those before shows.
I was gonna say I can't remember the last time you haven't led with that with the Mai Tai Tuesday thing.
The last time was 2 weeks ago.
I
That
wasn't
was
here.
fun. Yeah, you were. 3 weeks ago. We had a big post-show discussion as well. We were trying to figure out direction, and then we blew up. Yeah, so so this is where we're going. We're going into a little Ozil Finch, which is down in Virginia, which I don't know, potentially I'll be playing ASA down in Virginia on Labor Day weekend. Who knows? But yeah, this shirt stinks. My underwear is dripping wet from my ice bath, and we're in for an evening tonight.
You came right inside from the ice bath. You didn't even change? Or you changed and you just didn't dry off?
I'm standing on my towel. I didn't plan properly. I want to get my knee. I hurt my knee this weekend. I don't know how.
No good.
And I want to get in the ice bath, and I did that, and I was enjoying a bev. So I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling limber. Wet undies isn't bad. It feels like I was just with a squirter for a couple hours. Like, we're good to go.
It sounds like you're going to get chafed by the end of this show.
I'll take these off.
He's going to be naked is what it sounds like to me.
Could still be chafed. Who knows? Sounds like he's naked right
now.
No
more chafing, okay?
Oh.
Well, at least you're wearing regular underwear.
That is, I am wearing.
You didn't use the sissy underwear. Can people see you into your cold plunge?
This window right here leads directly to the road.
Okay.
Yeah, but how close do you expect that the people are getting to be able to see anything? It was in the pool.
I took a BDSM test the other day. Online. I'm more of an exhibitionist than I thought I was.
Okay, so why did you take this test? Okay, I understand you wanted to take this test, but I'm assuming you got this test from Facebook.
No, it was from a friend of mine. We were chatting, and they were saying like, "Oh, a friend of mine, took
friend
this."
Of a friend,
and like,
we'll say.
Yeah, and I'm like, send it my way. I'm curious. So I'm a big time rope bunny. They call that.
Okay, please explain what a rope bunny is.
It's more of just like you like to restrain and you like to be restrained. That was actually 100%.
You like so you like doing both.
Yeah, you've never been restrained. This is probably should be safe for the other podcasts.
This is for Wundersex.
I think I've been restrained and I've also restrained. So
it's great. And then
it can be fun.
Yeah, and then the other 100% was a switch. That I'm a switch.
How are you 200%?
No, because each category you get a percentage of what you are. So
you go all in.
So you're a switch. Okay.
And then another high one, which exhibitionism and voyeurism were both very high. And then shockingly enough, the degradee was very high as well. Shocking to nobody. I did not like being the degrader. I don't mind being the degrader. I just
you like being yelled at? You like being yelled at?
It's more of like, it's not necessarily like, it all depends. Like the humiliation factor is very, very sexy. Yes. So, yeah.
It gives you that wrong but right feeling. Is that what it is? Like,
we're saving so we're diving into Wundersex. This is going to be something that we need to talk about on our spin-off podcast, Wundersex.
All of a sudden, the picture I used for tonight's episode is working perfectly. I'm over here just sweating. I'm like, oh god, this is happening already.
And I'm just prodding him along very, very gently.
And like the humiliation is something that's. I mean, I've got great stories about it from way back in the day. We won't share it here because we're a softball podcast. But the switch part kind of surprised me. The rope bunny, like I also go at the extremes. Voyeur, I thought might have been higher, because who doesn't want to watch their friends fuck? Who doesn't want to watch people fuck?
I think those are two different things.
Yeah, friends.
I will do either. I will do any. I want to see everybody's genitalia.
Really? You just interested?
Yes, I am. I'm a curious fucking little bastard.
Yeah.
Okay, I would call you Whiskers.
I mean, Jesus Christ! I got a fucking snap from my boy, the Georgia Peach. Got a snap from him, and he had a sticker of his face over his cock, and I'm like, why are you even doing that at this point? Like, I know you have a slight lean to the left. I've seen you in pictures and videos. Like, why are you doing this? Anyway, I think there was softball this week.
Let's save this for somewhere else.
Oh my God! So Molly, So, and this was what Molly Hamill was talking about when we were at the Plex during the firecracker. She was like, my mom watched, and I think I said this last week. My mom watches the broadcast and finds it entertaining. And I was like, well, thanks, Molly. And she decided to tune on a Tuesday night, and that's when we were talking about the spanking. And I'm just like, why would she ever do that? And Molly was like, yeah, don't do this. She's like, they gotta talk about spanking and Oh, there it is. Molly, I love you. So you're always here. I love you. But yeah, it was fun. If anybody wants to know what my kinks are, send me a text. I'll send the Snapchat to you.
Our relationship with the people that listen to the show are so much different. You're talking about that with her. I think I said hi and then kept walking. Like, you're just like, so tell me about the worst thing you've heard about this show.
Oh, Molly and I had some lovely conversations down at the Fireplex. Or
Fireplex. Let's go.
The Sportsplex. Yeah, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Because I cherish Molly and I's relationship. But god damn it, that girl is I love me a little Molly Hamill. We had a good bonding session, and Michaela was there as well. She offered me a tampon for my Michaela offered me a tampon for my fanny pack. Because I'm carrying a fanny pack now, because it keeps all my things confined. Sure. She's like, well, do you need a tampon in there too? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. You never know when you need to be prepared. Mm-hmm. So
I've heard that they're drug sacks. You just put all your drugs in them.
If I had drugs, I would. The only drugs in there are dick pills.
Okay.
Right. We're back.
So when you're watching, you're like, well, I'm over here. Might as well get going with these dick pills.
Hey, when I'm watching the National Gold PF game and I want to really make sure I've got blood pumping everywhere, I'll pop one of those.
Okay.
So it's 17 minutes. If people want to hear softball, they probably want to wait a little bit more.
You're seeing a preview of Vunda Sex, which is going to be a spin-off podcast purely based on kinks, weird stuff, drugs.
I'm hoping we get the weirdos that we want on that show.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Nice. I mean, aren't most softball players degens anyway in some way, shape, or form? And we're going to touch on all the degen activities, whether it be.
Might as well, right?
We're not kink shaming; we're kink enabling. To be honest with you,
yeah,
kink enablers.
Enabling.
We're lifting everyone up.
Bring it, podcast. Kink enablers.
I mean, and that's the thing with Vunda Sex. Like, if you can think of it, find the willing partner and explore it.
Yeah, I think that was a key word, willing.
Well, yeah, because
I'm agreeing. Yeah.
Well, here's something like knife play. That looks really arousing. However, you better have there needs to be a lot of fucking trust in there before you start fucking around with knife play.
Yeah. Are you talking about like when one person puts their hand down on the table and the other one does that?
Sure.
Is that the knife play you're talking about?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I don't want to go with it. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I mean, even that is a lot. Like, that's too much for me. That's too much knife play for me.
So fucked up enough. That's too much for me. But, maybe when other things are happening and there's a knife to me, I've never done it. I've seen it. Yeah.
Just the threat of the knife.
You gotta have that, trust.
I don't even want someone to cut a band off of my wrist with scissors because I don't want a knife that close. And you're just like, I don't know.
Those are scissors.
Yeah, but it's sharp. Okay. It's sharp and it's to cut things. He's like, I don't know, just put it to my knife and just post clarity nut or something might happen.
I don't know.
You realize it was a bad idea.
How do you know what you like or don't like if you're not fucking trying shit?
How do you know you don't like knife play until you put a knife to your neck while you're having sex with somebody?
I mean, there's definitely been some things I'm hard out on that.
We gotta
scat.
We gotta save this.
All right, yeah. So Vunda Sex. Tune in for Vunda Sex at some point. The one where Coco took controls.
We probably should not do video for that.
No, that's probably just going to be an audio only.
We could all just talk like this.
Yeah, we should get the silhouette lighting behind us.
It'll be like
and just have
yeah. It'll be like the podcast I was on where we got talking about the glory hole and it was just odd.
This
was a weird
podcast
pun.
100 episodes ago, or another one?
That other one I did. Remember
I know,
that
I was
one?
joking with
Oh,
you.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So anyway, well, let's talk softball, I guess.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
I'm all fucking horned up right now, though.
Wow.
It's the knife.
I'd
talk.
love to see what's underneath the desk.
Fucking 2.5 inches of pure bliss.
You don't happen to have peanut butter near you, do you? Because Roy doesn't deserve that.
I'm not into that either.
Okay.
Not into that. Oh yeah, I'm not into bestiality. No, that's another line
Is that
draw right there.
Okay, is that considered bestiality if you let your dog
Lick your nuts.
Because it's your dog.
I mean, no, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's the movie quote.
Oh,
I guess if nobody's gonna eat your ass and you throw a little peanut butter in there and your dog, like, I don't know, we can consider that on Wundersex.
I almost just removed myself.
So anyway, use code BIP21 on sluggerslowbitch.com.
not the best spot. Not the best spot to plug that. Unless we're
can't talk
talking about
plugging.
plugs. Yeah.
Good episode, guys.
What a fucking
boy.
start to the show.
Oh,
So a lot going on right now. And not a lot going on right now. You know, we saw some teams do some things this weekend. I'm fucking out. I just want to talk
nervous.
fucking sex for
I'm
the rest of
nervous.
the night.
What's on your
I
second
think-
screen? Because you're staring at it.
Nothing's
moisture.
over here.
Okay.
No,
Oh, you're looking
it
at the
just went
person in your
black.
window.
See, look, it just went. It's black. See.
Oh God.
Boom.
Oh my God. We're getting
I'm breaking the
close.
fourth wall.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're getting did you put pants on yet?
No.
Okay.
Fourth wall.
Oh,
It's the fourth
Jesus.
law. You're breaking the fourth law.
Yeah. Picking laws here.
I picked the right one to drink at.
What
Dustin. I
kinks are
wasn't
you
gonna, but-
you into on this? I'm still waiting for somebody to message us a video of them fucking listening to us. I still come back to
I
that
think we're gonna
fucking
wait-
TikTok.
Yeah, we're gonna be waiting for that. I think for a little while.
You know my fucking.
I don't
you
know if
my,
it's coming.
You know my shit. You know where I'm at. You know my text. You know my messenger. Send me kinky shit. We're good. Anyway.
Softball.
You
Should
know
we-
when you get
tournament.
softballs
tournament.
and like
Oh my God, Jero.
I tried.
let's get into softball.
all right, let's get into it. New Hampshire E got rained out. And I got to tell you, there's a couple teams that I was keeping an eye on all day where I was taking a peek at Fat Man because they, again, beat 603, who's should be one of the top teams in the state. Gnarly Narwhals marched. JLG, Drywall, Bonfire, Wolfpack continued their march from the firecracker. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, those two teams are the top E teams around here. I think both those teams could probably be decent in D. I wish both of them would play in the I think the Wolfpack are playing D states, but I think both of those teams could do all right, to be honest with you, in D right now.
Yeah, and I was able to get over to Martell. I watched a little bit of the Wolfpack game against RPM, I think it is, the team out of Manchester. And Wolfpack was just hitting the ball all over the place. They were just going gaps hard. They had a couple of guys that weren't usually on the team, but I mean, they did look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just by the scores and everything like that. Man, it's just looking ahead at the rest of the season. You got to think. I have a feeling that this year the Wolfpack is going to do some damage at Worlds. You see
If
them
they
play
stay sober.
like, yeah, that's one of the big things. But also not like they just seem to roll anyway. I feel like they're just always drinking anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Cracker, they definitely were.
Yeah, I think when we were in Ease, I think we did some damage the whole week before. We were there for. Was that the year we golfed too?
No, that was D's. That was D's with
That
the
was D's.
hurricane.
Yeah, and I want to say that Chad and Fish split a 30 rack the first night we were down there.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I mean, you and I used to drink a beer before every game.
Yeah, that's true. I do not do that anymore.
No, even I don't.
I don't drink the day before. Like I
Oh, really?
Yeah, I start. Yeah.
All right.
When you start getting old, you've got to start preparing for just about everything.
I don't
And
disagree.
at
Like,
37, I feel like I'm much older than I should be.
fair enough. Fair enough. I feel you on that one. No, I mean, like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm not a big drinker before, and like I hydrate the shit out of myself all week. And I think that helps towards when you get to a tournament. I'm not a My body is a building and not a temple. It's more of a uh, uh, abandoned warehouse for 40 years.
Bunker.
Yeah. So I try to keep that thing moving as best I can.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. So we had East States. Was there even a champion? They didn't even play the winners.
no, because they ended up
right?
canceling it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was raining.
It was pouring.
It was crazy.
Yeah, no, and that was what it was. It was winners bracket final got moved around a little bit. JLG and Gnarly Narwhals got moved from like Wolf back to Martell, and then Twardarski was dry. Like, it was just they were trying to get the game in. I think that would have been the championship game, and they just couldn't make it work. I think those two great teams we got to keep an eye out for. But Fat Man Mingaville is really coming on lately. So
yeah,
not
they're one of those ones that can definitely surprise you. There was a good game between them and Wolfpack too, where I think Wolfpack won on a walk off or something like that.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
real
I don't really listen to when Tony says anything, so
Not really. Not really.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
I mean, he just says so much that it's hard to if you try to take in any of it, it's a lot.
Yeah. That's
You
fair.
So-
you listen to me more than Tony, and I talk way too much.
Yeah, and you're Tony's son.
Mhm.
Fuck, settle down on that. Watch your mouth, sir. Watch it.
That's too much.
Not the knife play. Stop it. I was trying to get away from that for this next part.
You brought it up.
Yeah, but no, we were trying to get away from. We needed a little bit of a buffer there to kind of change gears for a second. And D, why don't you kind of take it away?
Oh, yeah. So I guess I think Jero is trying to keep it light because we've had a couple of pretty serious weeks in a row here with some deaths in the softball community, and I think if you're watching the show, you've already seen hundreds of posts all on Facebook. The founder owner of Smash It Sports, Rick Schiffhauer, I think I'm saying that correctly, Shifty, passed away today from his battle with pancreatic cancer. And that's a huge blow throughout the community. I don't think you will find anyone who hasn't bought something off of Smash It. So it's helped people in that way. He's sponsored how many? I mean, I don't even know the number of teams that he's sponsored, but you see that Smash It Sports all the way up through to the major level.
Yeah.
I didn't know him personally, so I actually learned a lot about him today just reading some of the posts. So yeah, our thoughts are definitely go out to his family. He has his wife and kids. Yeah, so that's just terrible news again, you know.
It is. It just feels like every. It just feels like, I mean, this is now the third or fourth week in a row we've kind of been on this type of a message, and yeah, like was trying to wanted to give a little bit of a buffer from where we started the show into getting into this, because this is a serious moment with the softball community, and reading a lot, like D, like you said, never had the chance to meet Shifty, but reading a lot of these posts, like Jess Lacey Stone's really jumped out at me. Chad McCarthy's jumped out at me. Reading some of these Snyder, the Snyders, reading some of these posts, like, it's just like, and knowing what he did for an area of New York where there's not any U-Trip. I mean, Dustin, you see in the group chat, all these guys out there from Western New York, they want U-Trip, and there's none out there, and he was a guy that really provided a lot of it over the years.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is though, is that even if you go back, like, I remember the old rack teams used to travel to the Beast of the East when I first started playing in that tournament. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's been in the game a long time. And just from what everyone was saying today, he's touched a big majority of the community in a very positive way.
And one of the things that Mike Snyder posted 10 World Series rings, but he was putting himself out there, and it wasn't, you mentioned the major teams. He was sponsoring lower level teams. He wasn't only going after the big cats. And I think that kind of shows from what you're talking about, all these stories that we were able to see and get to know him through. He was all about softball as a whole. It wasn't about major softball. That was just a piece of his goal, a piece of his aim. And so it's just, like you said, it's just another person from the softball community that people know that unfortunately we have to mention again. So,
and it's the most recognizable brand in all of softball.
Sure.
Like Smash It Sports is softball.
Yeah. You trip for sure.
Yeah.
And definitely in our area, but I mean, even U-Trip, I think, was like they used to have Smash It stuff all over everything,
Yeah. So it's a sad thing. It's a sad day, and it's just, it's unfortunate, just another week where we get some more bad news in this community. And this one really, really, really hit the softball community just because of the impact that Shifty had on the entire, like you said, Coco. It wasn't just only taking care of the majors and having Smash It Sports. It was, you think about the teams that would come down, the D teams that were SIS, SIS and OA, so like you just look at this, like he sponsored all over the place. That's a big loss. That's a big loss to the softball community, and it's sad. And hopefully at this point, like he had a long battle, and hopefully, now just kind of be at peace.
Yeah, pancreatic cancer is no joke too. I mean, I think he had it for quite like years.
5 years. Yeah, 3
Which
to 5 years.
not,
I want to say.
I feel like that's not common. I feel like that's a long time. So I mean, he was fighting it for a while. But yeah, Hayes. Even though, like you said, like it was teams from major all the way down. The other end of the spectrum is when you played against a Smash It team, you knew you were going to play a pretty decent fucking squad. So
yes, he was willing to put his name on any positions, but he wasn't about to put his name on a bunch of slapdicks, which is also a fair play for a sponsor who's putting in a ton of money.
Yeah, no. So we just kind of, I know we started off on a.
We could not go from J-Ro's BDSM test into
not
a
into that.
A little memorial for
somebody one of the biggest people, and especially U-Trip, if not all of softball, like needed a little bit of a buffer there, and New Hampshire E states provided that.
Right. Thank you for being our buffer. All right.
That wasn't the only tournament in Merrimack.
Yeah, heading down to Leominster.
Oh, stop it. The Gibson's a huge one, and you know it.
The Gibson was bigger than the fucking E in the States.
Yeah, paper champ right here. First tournament all year, I think.
So, in Leominster, I don't know who the fuck did anything. Thundergun Express won it. But we got a no-no. We were one walk away from a perfect fucking game in E softball.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing where you can't get a hit? Okay, yeah, Brett. First off, Brett, congratulations. Like, having a no-no is unbelievable.
I could see a no-no working more when Hayes and I played E because home runs were inning-ending outs, inning-ending offensive ejections.
Yeah.
So the first one you hit, you're just done. You're done hitting. And every time you come up, it's an out.
Yeah.
I can see it happening back then. Now, at least someone misses and hits a home run and they get a hit and it's one run, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's tough. That is tough.
Congratulations, Brett. But my goodness.
But what
the Brett, did you hang dong in the true Thundergun fashion is what I need to know. In Thundergun fashion, you have to hang dong in every movie. Like, that's what I need to know. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
Was this the winner's bracket final?
I think yes, maybe championship
Huh?
game.
Ugh.
Yeah, 10-0. I see.
Ugly.
Yeah, but the team that they beat, Team Autism, did come back to make it to the finals, and they won 9-8. Stop, stop, stop.
Wait, Autism won 9-8 in the finals.
No. They scored 8 runs in the
Okay,
finals.
all right.
Yeah. Made it a
Thunder Gun
one-run
Express made sure. All right.
Yeah.
You can't come at me tonight like this.
I'm not coming at you in any way.
I'm not
reading on a
filtered tonight.
website.
I'm not filtered tonight.
I know, but I'm reading off of a website.
No, that Team Autism though is good. I saw them down at the Firecracker as well, and they put up a pretty good fight. I saw them do okay, but you did get no hit. So, were you using wiffle ball bats? Like, I know Hickey was testing this weekend, but like, the fuck? Oh, it's Oxford. D, you're muted. Oxford though, they use those Dick's Sporting Goods balls. Maybe that's it.
So wouldn't a hard hit ball accidentally drop shallow? Like he's not even muted. He's just pulling at me. I
I
think.
don't know what's going on with your audio, Dustin. Dustin is talking like he's in a
Very
pantomime box right now. But yeah, that it was wild. But no, I was happy. Brett's a good dude. I like the Thunder Gun Express team. The team that Jamie Cassie's put on is it's a good team. Wasn't shocked to see them win it.
Right.
Shocked to see them throw a no hitter
For sure.
But they are, I believe they're in the. Hold on, I got to look here. I think they're in the D states this weekend. No,
yes,
we're
they
going to
are.
get a rematch. Thunder Gun Express and Team Autism are playing at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning in East Taunton.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 a.m.
Yeah, so we're going to get a rematch. Is Brett going to throw his second no-no in as many Saturdays?
And does Team Autism quit if that happens?
Am I back?
You're
Hey,
back.
Dustin, welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, this cord fell out and then it switched all sorts of shit. So what were you guys talking about?
It's always good to pull out.
Yeah. Had to pull it out and put it back in a couple of times just to make sure it was still working.
Wow, a couple times?
Yep. Just I had to out, in, out, back
Just-
in. Then
Did
I
you
realized
spit on it a little.
How's bragging camp going?
yeah, then I had to click a few buttons and we were back real quick. So I think everything's working. I'm
Not that quick.
Well,
You never
yeah,
know.
not too quick, but we were back.
we're back, baby. Yeah. So no, I was just saying that they're playing. Thunder Gun and Team Autism are playing again this weekend at the D States. Which, yes, I see the comment. I am hoping the weather pushes off. We are expecting an inch of rain on Friday. We'll see. Here's something real quick. I got talking to Hickey on Saturday. I guess we've mentioned this how many fucking times on here? Hickey
you
doesn't
haven't
want to
said
cancel. True. Hickey doesn't want to cancel tournaments. Hickey wants to make tournaments play, but on the flip side, he's not going to have people show up and only play half a tournament. So he got fucked earlier in the year on a D tournament where the weather held off until Sunday, or at least Saturday night. But I guess a bunch of E teams, I know he had a lot of travel. I get people came, but Field 2 was underwater. It was a mud pit. They wouldn't be able to use it until 11. East Taunton was underwater. And it's like, listen, Hickey's the one fucking guy that isn't going to cancel shit or is going to cancel shit early just so nobody's going to travel day of. Settle the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand everyone wants to play,
Yeah.
but I mean, at the same time, it's like you can literally everyone's already playing every single weekend anyway, pretty much, right? It happens. It's going to happen. It's happened a lot this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think next weekend might be my first weekend or my only weekend off in July and August. I think next weekend, and that's it, including Labor Day.
Whew.
You know what I mean? It's okay, so you get a weekend off. Go play, like I said, go play up. Like we played C States this weekend. I left my bats at home because who needs those? Like hitting's overrated apparently. But yeah, dude, I was so fucking bad. It wasn't even funny. It looked like I'd never swung a fucking bat before.
Oh boy, and you hurt yourself. Did you hurt yourself on the first swing and kind of, ooh?
BP.
Yeah,
Anytime,
I wish
anytime
I
you made
should've.
an out, you're like, oh.
My last one, I could barely run to first. But I told so here's here's the thing. We're playing Yeti. We're playing Yeti game 1. Ben was trying to come over to the right side. He hit middle, and I'm like, I saw you looking. I go, you trying to come to me? And he's like, yeah. I go, Ben, you don't want to test this today. Naylor already tried to test it. Slam Poetry snapped him off. And then Ben came at me the second time, his second AB, and I had to snap him off too. I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, why? I warned you. Not today. I'm not going to get a hit, but I'm not that guy today. You don't want to come at this guy today. He didn't find it funny. Chucky Ennis and I were joking about it though, but Ben was not enjoying it as much.
Well, he made the out.
I told him not to fucking try me.
Yeah.
You were warned.
You
Just
warned
like
next time.
Just like this beer is delicious. This one is the Miami Vice from Branch and Blade.
Okay.
Whew.
I gotta tell you what though. LFT. They're back. LFT,
Yeah.
man.
They might be. They were back. All these state tournaments, let's slow down a little bit.
It was
were
6 teams.
6 teams. That was like the most amount of teams that there were at state tournament.
But the only thing is, here's the thing about LFT. Don't put them in pool play. Just keep them in bracket play. They'll be fine. Bracket play, they're okay. Pool play, they're dog shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I think that's something you could look at with LFT is that they played pretty well in the bracket for the Firecracker. They did enough in Taunton for the C States. So you could say it's not the biggest tournament, but they won what they were supposed to win. Either way, that's a good thing they had to do this weekend. They did it.
I tell you, they battled back against Mass Wolverines. They came back, won in the bottom of the 7th. I think they had a tight game against Toro. They had some tight games against Yeti, I believe, as well. So they won the game. They should have won that tournament. They won the games they should have. Fuck Spanky. But, it was just LFT's playing well. Toro can hit the ball. But I think LFT's mix of offense and defense is going to help them from here on out. I am going to be curious. I don't really care about C Nationals as much because how many teams are in that? 18? Actually, maybe 18, that's not as bad. 18, that's a good one.
Nice tournament.
So like that, I'm going to look at you guys. National Gold, LFT. Who else am I missing here?
Might be tough. It might be tough for us.
Because we have One Nation Worlds that weekend.
Yeah, we do. So
National Gold's
all of our B chips. Yeah. So
Gone.
we have if there are any B chips in the area that want to play. Yeah. Oh, Miles is a B elite.
How
yeah.
is Miles?
If
How
you
is
want to
Miles
play,
not picked up by anybody?
yeah, crazy.
Like
Crazy.
What the fuck?
One of the nicest players and teammates that you can meet, and he fucking mashes the ball.
Right. Like these B teams, you can't fucking do anything with Miles Whitlock. Are you out of your goddamn mind? You can't. You're telling me you have 11 guys on your team that are better than Miles fucking Whitlock. Settle down.
So the question is, he played with Smoke. Is he not on Smoke? Are they not doing any more tournaments than just?
No,
that
that was
one?
just Tony just wanted to.
Yeah.
Tony just wanted to be in the Firecracker. Tony missed being around the boys.
and he had to classify it as A because I think they had one major guy on their team and he was over 50 years old. Yeah.
They have fucking Goyette, who's a 55-year-old major player
can
from
still
10
hit
years
it.
ago. Holy shit, can he
still
ever
hit it at 50?
Yes.
But I mean, he's not a major. Nothing against the guy. He's not a major guy in 2023. So
No. That was too bad, but I mean, they should have been I mean, it doesn't matter though. Like, it's funny. Like, D, you see it in the group chat. I don't know how much you're chiming in there or looking in there, but like, and this is what I was saying about like with Shifty, right? Like, given all these guys and like Rochester, that Syracuse, like you're giving a lot of places that opportunity. That Western New York, like, fucking think about Greg.
yeah,
Fuck, why can't I think of his last name?
Because
the kid, right?
The
Greg,
kid,
Greg Hare.
Greg
Yeah.
Hare. Thank you, Greg Hare. He's 23 years old, lives out in the Buffalo area. Guy is fucking just a big, strong ox. Young kid, plays outfield, but he's not playing U-Trip. But he's going to be ranked C. I mean, he should be, but he's not playing out there because there's no U-Trip. So he's got to drive 4 or 5.5 hours to go play every weekend.
Yeah, he would not have fun playing D or E.
No, he would have to
fucking
paint a wood
smushes
bat.
the ball.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, no, you can swing you can swing a corn dog in regular U-Trip,
Seriously?
but yeah,
Yeah.
it has
he should.
you could at the 220. I don't know if it has the
Oh,
new
yeah.
stamp.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah,
do.
we had that
We'd
metal
have to, yeah.
and a corn dog down in Worlds
I don't know if we had. I remember Matty Moore using it because
because he could
he was one of those guys who would just hit it out because he hits it hard.
Jesus, but yeah, no, it's interesting. So, you guys had a 4-team state tournament. Cool, congratulations to National Gold. Girl Scout dropouts had themselves a weekend in Stamford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. I was so sad. My girlfriend video called me, but I was playing.
That'll teach you. Stop
Asia
playing.
and Molly. I know Asia and Molly. They were doing they were getting the August month shoot done for their calendar. Girls, I still want my calendar of you two. I'll put it right up behind the Bring It podcast camera.
Is this calendar just the months of softball?
No,
Like it only
they've got
covers the
enough
months
glam
of
shots.
softball? You think so?
I hope
Okay.
it's more.
And is it just for you?
Because usually when you're looking at this, like they're gonna have to bring like I don't know, like Santa hats to the field.
A snowball
they can-
tournament.
Yeah, so that they can do the December because usually you get kind of in theme, right, for the month.
You'd hope
Yeah.
so.
Like I want them to be like shoveling a
I'm
driveway
just putting this-
together for December.
Yeah, I'm just putting this out into the world so that maybe they start planning some of these shots.
That's it. Yeah. They have like I don't know, like there's some type of like a BP session going on with the snow and
No, it's not. for them.
it's great. So, but Molly hit a 6. The only theme
We're
is
halfway
cringe.
there.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Sounds like we have the softball months, the summer
Mhm.
softball months. So we got to start working on like a fall sweater with pumpkin spice lattes.
I feel like
With
Molly
gourds
is
around.
going to have the goth area covered very well for us.
Doesn't need our help.
Speaking of being covered, Molly, since I know you're here, can you put your legs in some fucking sun after some of the snaps we saw this weekend? Jesus Christ, girl. I've never needed sunglasses to look at a Snapchat before, a story, and your legs worked. I didn't know if that was a Sportsplex vanilla cone or your calf.
I was like, could you please put some color on those? It's blinding the right fielder.
But Girl Scout dropouts had themselves a weekend down in Stamford, home of the Old Colony Grill hot oil pizza, and then Molly hit herself a little ring a ding ding dong,
Nice.
which I love to hear. Those are nice fields down there. I like that. It's getting to Stamford sucks, but I like those fields in Stamford.
Yeah, I like that they're back to back. They're nice enough fields, but driving to Stanford for a tournament is not what I'm looking for.
Literally the worst fucking thing out there.
It's what, 4 hours?
It-
Yeah, it's got to be
it's-
pretty close for me.
Yeah, and there's always traffic. So
I mean, if there was traffic like there was on
Mhm.
the Friday before the firecracker, it'd probably take me about 8 hours.
Whew.
yeah, that's the
Just
traffic
keep
is
going.
not good.
Keep going to Buffalo.
So, and then the final, like, I mean, we'll take a look here. The Connecticut men's D. This is actually the one tournament I think mattered this weekend. you're looking at 15 teams. It's Connecticut D. Like, you actually have a lot going on here. Couple of quick surprises. SST getting knocked out early in the winners bracket by BTB. Bring that booty. Integ, a team that we didn't know a lot about. And then I got talking to Ricky Sanford. I realized it's a pretty good team that they haven't been traveling a ton. Love that Cookie's crew got into it. They ended up going 2-2 and lost to SST 29-8 in the losers bracket. But SST got knocked out early and then worked their way all the way to the losers bracket semi. It looks like this tournament also got rained out, but so far gone ended up winning it over Integ. There's no final score, but this is probably the one state tournament we can talk about outside of this one in the mass that might actually mean something, just because of the amount of teams.
Yeah, and now this is the second time I've seen Integ, because I think they were playing Titans late in the Firecracker as well. So that's kind of back-to-back tournaments for them. And yeah, when you have those, but Dr. Don's, we kind of so far gone, we expect them to be there.
Yeah, but they had a really bad Firecracker. They went on a little bit of run, I think, in brackets, but they weren't. Actually, no, they ended up winning the bronze, but they did not do well early. I heard a little, yeah.
That was all over the place.
Disregard.
You
Nice
guys just
play.
said that LFT did well in bracket play on the mass side, and they went 2-2. They went 2-5 at the Firecracker, and then you said this team did bad at the Firecracker, and they won the bronze.
No, Titans won. Titans won the bronze.
They
Titans won the bronze.
So far,
Dr.
gone
Don's
shouldn't be in the
didn't.
bronze. Yeah, I'm talking on my ass. But no, this is.
I like it though. I like that you're just throwing this information out there, and everyone's just like, "Yes, this is what happened."
Speaking of ass play,
Holy fuck!
no, we're not going to go on ass eating season. But no, this is. I'm curious to see. Like, I think this was actually a tournament for us to take a look at. So far gone. Heard some rumblings about them not performing lately. I know they won the bronze, but going into bracket was when I heard them not performing a lot. Had been a little bit of quiet out of the boys here for a while. So now that they win the bronze, now they come out win the D states. We'll see what happens at Natty's.
It was still
Who
Titans
won the
that won.
bronze?
What Young Guns walk off?
The fuck am I? Oh, Young Guns. Yeah, because I fucked up Jared Enright.
Titans won the silver. Integ made it pretty far there.
Right.
I'm gonna mute for a minute. I'm just gonna go ahead. And
Where was Dr. Don's?
So they did suck.
Yeah. No.
I thought Coco looked at me weird, and that's why I changed my answer.
Yeah, they're
No,
like fifth-ish.
No, I'm looking at it too. They went 2-3 in the Plan B tournament.
What a wild name
Yeah.
for a tournament.
Tell you what, can overtake. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about this tonight when Amanda and I were out about the political situation that's going on in this world. And you want to talk about Plan B, that dives me into a whole nother thing. So I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to chug my beer. I'm going to get a new one. I'm going to mute.
All right. So Dr. Don's in the bronze ended up losing to Young Guns. Young Guns won it. So Dr. Don's lost to them 17-7, but then they beat up someone before that. But so without looking, I'm not surprised they're doing well. We've just always talked about them doing well. They tend to do pretty well. So looking at this tournament that they did well, that doesn't surprise me.
Right. I tell you what, like Natty's, the D Nationals, as always, is going to be a great tournament.
It should.
Well, I mean, think about
a ton
it.
of teams.
Yeah.
Can we get some testing? Can we test the
hope
bats?
so. I hope so.
In the D's? I just remember like every year they're like didn't test till the end or didn't test at all, and there's just absolute rocket shooters over there.
Zach Graham hits a home run. He fucking flips the bat, says, test it. They tested it and it failed. It just failed, but it failed. Yeah. It was like 215 on a 220.
Yeah, it's an allegedly moment.
Oh, yeah, you were there too, Coco.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. That was not his one shiny moment.
Test it. And I'm like, why the fuck are you screaming this?
Why are you saying that? Don't say that.
I go, I'm swinging that same bat. Will you shut the fuck up? I know what mine's testing at right now.
They take it. They're like, you can't. There's 50 teams in the The
the
D
D?
Nationals.
Right now? Holy
Yeah.
shit. Let's go.
That's the max entry is at 51. So I wonder if it's capped at 50.
That's awesome. That'll be a fun, hopefully 2 days. I'm looking forward to it. Probably should get a hotel right now. Hey, Molly, you got a couch?
A big
No.
couch.
I'm looking forward to it. I always love that tournament. No, but we got some big things coming up here. You know, this past weekend, I got to tell you, I was really disappointed in USA softball. Not because of the inability for us to get on to Game Changer. That was, I saw Klutz on Saturday at Taunton, and she was like, that had me pissing my pants. That had me pissing my pants at watching you be so mad. But I was really upset that that the USA women versus the USA Futures women was not broadcast on Game Changer after the men's game. I don't know if it's technical difficulties, but that was a game I had highlighted saying, let's fucking watch this game. And we couldn't, especially where we watch so many women's games. Like, that was one we wanted to broadcast and we couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go.
Go for it. Go for it.
That was one of those ones. It was also weird of like certain games were getting, okay, he doesn't like the beer that he just took a sip of.
So sweet.
So some of the games were supposed to be on the USA Softball Center website.
Yeah.
And then some were on Game Change. Like they needed having two places to go looking for that is too much. And I blame them. It wasn't us. We are two fairly educated individuals who should be almost smart. We couldn't figure out how to make that light bulb go on. I don't think that was our fault.
It was tough to watch.
It wasn't. It was tough to do.
Yeah, it was tough to watch too.
Good.
It was funny, and then it was just like, why is this happening? And it makes you appreciate the $10 to $15 that you pay UTrip Live.
Speaking of which, paying UTrip Live, if you don't have if you allegedly don't have your own UTripLSALive.com subscription and you allegedly watch all of the broadcasts through a certain podcast that you're watching right now, Venmo's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
Don't mind us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't ask for monthly contributions. Well, we will, but
do the right thing.
Do the right thing. I did see.
I was pissed. I was pissed about it because I was looking forward. But here's the other thing that I didn't realize they got into a weather delay. I
thought the game was over, and then I was like, this team looks exactly like the team that they were just playing, and it's about 400-1. And I'm like, are they just letting him play 7 innings or what?
We felt bad for the kids.
Yeah, that was.
And so I got home, I got back on, and I finally jumped back on live. And the game was what was that? 4 outs.
It wasn't very long. And you were just like, this is I'm done.
And then I sat here with the women's game changer on, trying to have that come up, and it never came up. And I was done. But Gonzo, we were trying to get Gonzo on here tonight, who was part of that. He big timed us for a double header, probably in fucking like Meriden or some bullshit like that. Gonzo, wherever you're fucking playing, I hope you're fucking 2 for 4 because I know you're not going to hit any worse than that. So
I hope you get the slightest cramp that goes away quickly.
Yeah, he just loves softball.
Yeah, no, we love podcasting. He loves softball.
Yeah, like you wouldn't find me at a double header.
What?
At all anymore.
Dude, doubleheaders are the best. I'd rather play a doubleheader.
I'm not gonna
really.
Yeah, I mean doubleheaders are nice, but
well, you're done league too.
Yeah, league just seems like such a hassle.
Just overall, it's hassle.
Overall, it's just sound. Yeah,
you have to go certain places.
You know, speaking of swinging and speaking of swinging in league, it always feels like I feel like every other like break when I bring something in, I'm bringing something up where like, speaking of swinging, which way is this going to go? We going back to the beginning or are we talking softball? So here's the thing. I'm looking at your Louisville hat. That baseball town, that 13-inch motherload bat,
You like that?
Oh, fuck it. It's nice.
Do they call it the mother load, or is that an Easton thing?
No, it is the mother load or a power load or some shit like that. It's a
Yeah, we might-
0.75er.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, let me go to Slugger
0.75.
slow pitch real quick.
We did get a message as well for an upcoming tournament this weekend. The Mass D States are live right now.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So
It's a max
Ooh.
load. Sorry, it's a max load.
max load. Gotcha.
Max load. Ooh,
See, I think
speaking
that
of
was
which,
when your headphones went out. We mentioned it. We mentioned
You
it.
did mention it?
Team
Oh,
Autism playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to pull me.
speaking of all of this
Oops.
good stuff,
I just thought we would continue talking softball rather than talking about.
We had a solid 40 minutes of softball talk. That's all J-Ro gave us.
You sure?
so I gotta tell
20
you
minutes
what. So
long.
here's the thing. This past weekend, Four Seasons Evil Sports, the 50+ team, won the Eastern National Championship this weekend in Loudoun, Virginia. They're out of Worcester, Mass. They lost their first bracket game and then ran off 8 straight wins, including 6 on Sunday. Now, 6 on Sunday for young guys like us, out of shape young guys like us, is one thing. But when you have to wake up and you take some Metamucil and some Centrium, and like that's a lot of games. They won it, and they earned the East spot in the East versus West United States Championship in Vegas the day before the 50+ World Series starts.
That's cool.
It's pretty sweet.
And the winner gets the number 1 seed. Also, Kirby Murphy, I don't know if you guys saw this on the book. Kirby Murphy and his team, BPA Rawlings, won the 55 Major Plus Eastern National Championships in Loudoun as well, and they earned the East spot in the U.S. Championship game also in Vegas. So, congratulations! I know we don't broadcast a lot of the senior ball, but I know there are a lot of senior ball guys that watch us as well. So, congratulations to both those teams. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. I
seeing
like that setup. I like that setup where they have an East versus West game, kind of before their worlds. Is that what is that what I'm getting from that? Yeah, that seems pretty sweet.
And then he said top seed gets the number, or the winner of that gets the number 1 overall seed. That's cool.
Fucking sweet. Like,
Yeah, that's sweet.
so now you got a team from Worcester, and then you got Kirby Murphy. Like, how great is that? You get guys from this area going out there doing some great stuff. That's 2 years in a row for 4 seasons. Like, I wanted, so there was a senior tournament in Connecticut, and I think I was away or I was playing. Like, I was going to drive down to Middletown. I think it was in Middletown, Connecticut. I was going to head down there and wanted to go check it out and go play or go broadcast some of it, go meet some of those guys, because I know some of those old fucks as well give us some good support. I'm close enough to an old fuck. I'm 42. If anybody has a 40 over team and needs a fucking fat fucking corner guy, I'm here. Actually, maybe I can play outfield in
Those are
senior
probably
ball.
tough to come by. At 40.
You never find a corner guy. Nah, you never find a fat fucking corner guy.
I think Tony plays like right field and second base.
Second base.
No,
Second
he
base
does
over
not
50.
play right.
Yeah. Wow. I think he plays right and second base.
If Tony plays right field, I might be a fucking center fielder.
I don't know. Have you seen his first step?
I'd say there's maybe a chance that he'll chime in and make a comment, but it's after his bedtime, so
Yeah,
we'll have to get back to him tomorrow.
It'll be tomorrow morning at like 5:40 in the morning when he's having his fucking
Second P.
yeah,
His Metamucil and
yeah, his Pediasure and all that good shit. Or his Insure. So no, but congratulations to 4 seasons. Good luck down in Vegas. Make sure hit us up before that tournament, because we'll definitely broadcast you guys if everything works out with our schedules as well. I mean, it's just like the women's game. It's just like other tournaments we want to broadcast. Sometimes we're just playing. Except for Corey, and nobody wants to just hear him alone.
I don't want to.
it's tough.
I don't want to hear myself alone.
We all know. No, but so that's awesome. It's nice to see. I think we've been talking about it a lot. Like, I just feel like it's a continuous topic of conversation here, where we're starting to see a lot more momentum in the Northeast, New England specifically, from teams lately. The last couple of years, I know it's because we're here and we're doing it, but there's a lot of going on here. So keep going it. Keep fucking doing our shit. We'll keep broadcasting. We'll keep pumping tires, and we'll keep having some fun.
Yeah.
For 132 more episodes, at least.
Holy fuck. All right. I guess
See
with
ya.
that,
See ya.
good night.